Hello, welcome to Not Your Average Glow Up. This is a safe place where we come and we talk all things mental health, quite a bit of spirituality and growth, and tarot. Today I'm doing something incredible. I am going to be doing a love reading for Ant, aka Anthony, from Aphrodite. He is an incredible tarot reader here on YouTube. He posted on his feed that he wants us to submit readings for him. Not gonna lie, I'm a touch nervous. I've never read for another tarot reader and submitted a video before. I have read for some of my tarot reading friends, but nothing to this magnitude. I read tarot quite a bit differently than Ant does. So I am going to walk you through my process. I do all kinds of reading here on this channel. I do, love readings, career readings, general readings, yada yada. But the basis of all of my readings here on Not Your Average Glow Up are how can I help you heal? I got into tarot because I was on a journey of self-love and healing and growth. So I got into tarot for my own personal practice as a way to meditate and reflect and dive deep into shadow work and my healing. Through doing that, I began to uncover some of my skill as a tarot reader, but also as, a counselor and someone who helps others, with their healing. So I chose to do a love reading for Ant because he does predominantly do love readings on his channel for celebrities. So I thought it'd be fun to do some for him. However, the basis, the underlying layer and intention with this reading is what does he need to heal within his love life? So let's dive into it. By the way, my name is Samantha. Okay, he also, in the prompt for his videos, he asked that we approach these readings as if we are teaching somebody who is new to tarot. For those reasons, I have already laid out my cards to save time, and I have notes here written down of the literal book meanings for each individual card. This is not something that I would usually do, but I did this for the prompt for this video as requested for Ant, so I can help walk you through my process and teach you along the way. First thing that I do, because I thoroughly enjoy music and the lyrics to music speaks to me, is I have a little homemade deck of cards with song lyrics. So first thing I did was I saged and I meditated and I connected and grounded, and then I pulled some song lyric cards to get an overall vibe. And the question that I asked while shuffling these cards is, okay, Spirit, tell me about Anthony's current outlook on love, okay? Just as a disclaimer, I asked a few questions utilizing my pendulum before pulling any cards. So a couple of the questions that I asked was, is Ant currently in a relationship? I got no. I said, does he have a love interest? And I got no. And then I asked, I said, does he have someone within his close circle of friends or that he's aware of that is interested in him? And I got no. So of course he probably has fans or whatever that have a crush on him, yada yada. But based off of the pendulum reading, I don't think he is currently in a committed relationship. So his current outlook on life and love, I first got So Far Away by Carole King. This is an oldie, it's a throwback. The lyrics are, so far away, doesn't anyone stay in one place anymore? It could be fine to see your face at my door. Doesn't help to know your time away. So that's the first one that came out. And that one came out in conjunction with Where I Stood with Missy Higgins. I don't know who I am without you. All I know is that I should. and I don't know if I could stand another hand upon you. All I know is that I should, because she would love you more than I could. And then finally, the last song that came out is Deeper Than Love by Colleen Green. And the lyrics are, and the closest I can come to being really free is letting my lover perform experiments on me, observe and analyze and empirically hypothesize, because I want to know real love so desperately, but I think it all gotta happen scientifically because I'm scared and I'm afraid of real intimacy. So when I first started meditating and grounding and I pulled those cards, I had yet to pull out any tarot cards. And I was just getting an overall vibe and a storyline, and then later on the tarot cards kind of confirmed that storyline. So when I got these songs, I started to get the impression of past heartbreak that has kind of, I wouldn't say hardened Ant's outlook on love, but I definitely think it's made him more guarded. So it kind of saddens me a little bit. I struggle with this analytical side to love and like wanting to predict. I think a lot of us healers and tarot readers and intuitives and psychics do. We tend to, be a little bit more obsessive and do tarot readings for ourselves and watch pick-a cards and other tarot readers and stuff to try to predict what the outcome of our love life's gonna be. But I think a lot of tarot readers can all agree and say that sadly, Spirit doesn't like to give us all the answers. And in obsessively reading for ourselves, sometimes we can do more harm than good. So that's kind of the vibe I was getting from these, is that he was in a committed relationship and maybe distance played a factor into a breakup, possibly with the So Far Away Carole King. There's also the Missy Higgins songs gives me the impression that possibly Anthony was the one to break it off. It could have been because of distance, but I honestly am feeling more of an emotional distance. I feel there was a very deep attachment to this individual, but there was an inner knowing and an intuitive knowing that Anthony couldn't fully give the way that he wanted to. And I think it has to do with a lack of emotional intimacy. I don't watch all of Ant's videos. I've seen a few, but I believe he's said in some of his readings that he's a Gemini. I'm a Gemini rising, and I actually have a Gemini Venus also. So there's no judgment here, Ant. I love you. But Geminis can struggle with finding romantic partners because they're what I consider Ravenclaw energy. They're very intellectual, very explorative. They like to expand. They like deep conversation, and they almost need like an intellectual connection. So sometimes they intellectualize their emotions instead of actually feeling their emotions. And I think this might be an issue for Ant in his love life, with the Colleen Green song, The Deeper Than Love. Says, because I want to know real love so desperately, but I think it all has to happen scientifically. I struggle with this too, so there's no judgment here. Okay, so let's hop into the actual tarot cards. I do a combination of tarot and oracle and some handmade lyric cards and stuff. I combine the literal book meanings with the intuitive messages that I get from the imagery on the cards. I also tend to read tarot. Hold on. Sorry, I got hiccups. I also tend to read tarot like I'm reading a comic book. It's the best way I can explain my approach, and not every tarot reader reads the same way. So I combined the literal book meanings with the pictures that I get, and I kind of see it as like this picture plus this picture plus this one creates a storyline in my head, and that's how I approach tarot. So the first card that came out was, I was pulling from the Good Tarot. That's the tarot deck that I was using. The first card that came out was the Queen of Water in reverse. And this specific tarot deck, the booklet does not account for reversals. So there is no reversals in this tarot deck, but I still take reversals for this, and I perceive reversals as a blocked energy. So the Queen of Water in reverse in the Good Tarot, the literal booklet definition, because Aunt asked us to approach this like we're teaching you, is emotional security, generosity, self-love, self-care, and healer. That was the very first card that came out. I asked Spirit to clarify that card, and immediately the card that jumped out was the Hanged Man, but it was also in reverse. Like I said, there is no reversals within this specific tarot deck, so I read it as blocked energy. The literal meaning within the booklet is like waiting. There's a whole paragraph, but basically, essentially, I'm going to summarize. It's intuitively knowing that it's time to wait, to have peace of mind, to know that everything's going to work out, and to get in touch with your inner self, your intuition. It's kind of like stepping back and regrouping and grounding is how I read the Hanged Man, but it came in reverse. But in the booklet, there was this specific line, and I wrote it down. It said, "Time to let go of my attachment to how I thought things had to be." And there's a whole paragraph in this booklet, but I specifically wrote that down because I think that this is what led to this breakup with this individual whom has given Aunt this outlook on love. I think Aunt, because he is a tarot reader, because he is so deeply intuitive, he had preconceived notions of how everything was going to play out and how this love had to go. Like I said, I feel like he intellectualized this relationship instead of feeling into this relationship. So then I was like, okay, so that's what's going on with him. He is lacking in self-love and self-care. He needs to take time to heal himself, indicated by the Queen of Wands in reverse. And this is because he is too attached to outcomes. He is too in that Ravenclaw energy of I need to intellectualize this. So then I asked, "Baby, who hurt you?" Because I was like, "Oh, honey, you know, I hate to see this energy, baby. You do so much good and incredible work for other people." So it's like, oh my God, why are you in this? Who hurt you? And when I asked, "Who hurt you?" the King of Fire came out in reverse. The King of Fire in the Good Tarot, literally, the booklet says, and it kills me, is spiritual influencer. Those are the first words. And it's in reverse. So you know what I immediately heard in my spiritual ear when I pulled this was fake woke. So I feel indicated by the King of Fire in reverse that the person whom hurt Ant was quite literally a spiritual influencer. It could have been another tarot reader or another healer or shaman or guru. It could possibly be someone on Twitch or YouTube. But like I said earlier, I heard fake woke. So I feel that this person wasn't quite as spiritually minded and healing and intuitive as they like to put out into the world. There's quite a lot of that here on YouTube, honestly. There's quite a few healers, shamans, gurus, and healers that you have to take their advice with a grain of salt, because they're really out for selfish purposes, for gain and influence and money and fame and notoriety, and not actually out for growth and healing and betterment. And it's quite sad. So I feel like this person might have used Ant for fame or notoriety, or this could possibly, getting further into the reading later on, I'll go to explain why this had to happen, because I believe that everything does kind of happen for a reason. So this could be before Ant actually really started to take off, or not. I don't know. I've never been quite good at predicting timelines. But I do feel like this was somebody whom Antony thought was an inspired leader, thought was somebody he could really trust and look up to as a teacher almost. This is kind of getting like teacher daddy energy. I fuck with it. But it's in the reverse. So I feel like this person wasn't quite as knowledgeable and wise and as warm and kind as they like to put off. I feel like I don't know, I'll move on. Then came out the Ten of Water. So that was who hurt you, okay? Then I asked, okay, what happened? Ten of Water is Ten of Cups in the Good Tarot, and this came out upright. This is serenity, peace, good fortune, well-being. It's kind of like emotional fulfillment is how I perceive Ten of Cups or Ten of Water. So I feel like Ant met this person and he was like, wow, this incredible, intuitive, creative, passionate, loving soul. This is also fire, so it could quite literally be a fire sign. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, but I did later on pull out some sign cards and I got Scorpio. That could be sun, moon, rising, you know, you have a whole birth chart. So this could be a fire sign, but I'm getting more like scorpionic energy. Anyways, so I feel like Anthony thought this person was going to be his emotional fulfillment. I feel like he was very emotionally invested in this person, in this relationship, in this scenario. I feel like he was at peace with this situation and he trusted this person. However, Two of Water came out in reverse. And this is kind of where you get into what the fuck happened, right? Two of Water quite literally means harmonious partnership, loving and lasting relationships, but this came out in reverse. So this relationship wasn't quite as harmonious or long-lasting as Anthony had predicted it would be. It kind of all went to shit, for lack of better words. I feel like this person just wasn't quite as spiritual or as kind and loving and wise as they like to put off. I just now noticed in this card, there's the old wise man, right? And his head is illuminated by the sun, right? Okay. But also, like, if you look really closely at the forehead, there's these shapes or whatever. And I've never noticed this before, but it's kind of almost looks like devil horns. So I feel like this person had ill intent. I feel like this person was using Anthony. Makes me sad. Okay. After the Two of Water came out, the Four of Fire upright. Four of Fire is a new creative phase, a celebration, pleasure, and harmony within a relationship. So when I pulled the, because I asked, you know, okay, what's Anthony's energy? Clarify it. Queen of Water and the Hangman in reverse. And then I asked, who hurt you? The King of Fire came out in reverse. And then I said, what happened? 10 of Water upright and the 2 of Water in reverse came out. And then I asked, why? And when I asked why, the 4 of Fire came out upright. I believe this all had to happen in order to push Ant into his more creative self and give him more drive and more passion. I feel like it more or less lit a fire within him. Might be why he now does love readings for celebrities and other people. I think this situation kind of made him more or less want to help protect people. I get protective energy from Ant. I then pulled some cards asking like more specifics on this King of Fire in reverse, like who is this person? Tell me more about them. So, you know, we can, so Anthony can, you know, clarify if I'm right, you know. Uranus came out in reverse, which is funny because Uranus is very much so King of Fire energy, and they're both in reverse. Uranus is a planet of creativity, spirituality, genius even is how I would explain Uranus energy. It's a planet of like greater knowing, you know, like mental, philosophical, like book knowledge, like big brain energy mixed with intuitive knowledge. This is in reverse because this person, this is who they put off this front that they were big brained, that they were like macho man. I know so much. Like I really get this like this spiritual teacher. Like I can teach you. I know all these things. Let me teach. Let me guide you. You can trust me with your heart. Like it's really quite manipulative and kind of nasty. So then I asked Spirit a sign, like their astrological sign. This could be sun, moon, rising, Venus or Mars. I got Scorpio. Now I have a love-hate thing with Scorpios. My mother's a Scorpio. I love her, but they have some incredible characteristics. Like there's no hate towards Scorpios. They are very intuitive, very in touch with their psychic abilities. They are, they kind of can read the room. They're very magnetic, very sensual and sexy. Like I love Scorpionic energy when they're a healthy and good person. And this is why I said fake woke, because in order to truly be a good healer, you have to be willing to address your shadow attributes. So I get Scorpionic energy in the shadow, and your shadow and your ego do play a key role in your spiritual healing. If you're not, the goal isn't to do away with your shadow self, your past, your hurts, your habits, your hangups. This not true healing. Your true healing comes from balancing your shadow and your light side, your feminine energy, and your masculine side. They both are supposed to coexist. Your ego actually, when you're balanced and healthy, is a tool to be used. It's healing. Your ego actually is a gift to protect you. So in balanced energy, this person has a lot of potent power. They could have a lot of potential, I guess, is the way I'd put it. But I get very much so fake woke, just selfish energy. And when Scorpios are in that selfish energy, from personal experience, they're very lusty. They can be cheaters. They're very narcissistic and manipulative. They're like covert narcissists. They will get you to open up to them and pretend to be very empathetic and empathic and be like, oh yes, you can open up to me. Yes, talk to me. Oh, let me help you with your healing. And then they learn about all your past hurts, habits, hangups, your mommy and daddy issues, and they use that and they manipulate you. And I feel like that's what happened with this person, an aunt. I asked for more about this past energy, and it made me literally want to cry and scream, and like I want to like meet this person and like just slap the shit out of them, because this is such yucky energy. But I asked about the past energy, and the card that came up was show the world the real you. I feel like Aunt truly opened up and became vulnerable with this person. And it makes me sick to my stomach to know that this person wasn't who they pretended to be. Ugh. Like, I got a lump in my throat. It's disgusting energy. But the good news is, when I asked why this all had to happen, Anthony needed this lesson. It's what pushed him to be the incredibly talented and motivated and hardworking reader that he is today. So I then asked, because my intention with all of my readings is how may I help Anthony heal? So then I asked, what energy does Anthony need in his future? Like what do I need to tell Aunt? What is the advice I need to give him? And the cards that came out from the Moonology deck was adjustments are required. And then I asked, what is the adjustment, okay? And the adjustment is look at the bigger picture, but it's in reverse, because Aunt, baby, you're not looking at the big picture. You're not seeing this situation for what it is. And that's why you're currently still in this guarded and blocked energy, is because all you see is the hurt, the lies, the manipulation. And baby, I understand. I truly understand. There's no judgment here. But I think Spirit led me to do this reading for you today because they want you to open up your heart. They want you to ground. They want you to realign. They want you to focus on your healing. My advice to you would be to do some shadow work. Ask yourself, do some journaling. Why did I trust this person? Here's some writing prompts for you. Why did I trust this person? What was I looking for in this person? What childhood trauma would lead me to look for those characteristics in that person? Is it mommy and daddy issues? Is it, whatever? And then ask yourself, how then can I give those basic needs that I was searching for in this person whom obviously didn't fucking deserve me? How can I then give that love and turn it internally? Because baby, you're doing a really good job of loving others and trying to help others, but Spirit really wants you to work on loving yourself because they want to bless you with the love you deserve, the love you crave. You can't get that until you first start believing that you deserve it. The final card that came out is believe in the impossible, because you have this very, you view it as realism, but it's pessimism. You have this belief that love now has to happen scientifically. This keeps coming out to me, and the closest I can come to being really free is letting my lover perform experiments on me. Observe and analyze and empirically hypothesize, because I want to know real love so desperately, but I think it's all gotta happen scientifically. And here's the reason why, the underlying cause. Because I'm scared, afraid of real intimacy. Babe, this is a mindset, but this is not facts. This is trauma that needs to be healed. So I hope and I pray that this message finds you well. I hope it resonates. If it does, please give me some positive feedback. I am very new to YouTube and I'm trying to grow my channel, so it'd mean a lot to me if you'd give me some positive feedback. I love you and I hope this finds you well. Bye.